Next question. I have had 2 beloved cats that have been with me for half my life. A month ago, one of them transitioned. He told me it was his time. I knew he was ready. Most days I focus on my strong desire to see him where he is now, not where he used to be. But I have a few questions. How is my cat who has not yet transitioned doing? Is he grieving? We're going to stop there and answer that. He is not grieving, but he is adapting. He is adjusting. And he may be reflecting back to you some of what you are feeling. So the question that we want you to ask yourself is, are you grieving? And the answer to that is sometimes yes and sometimes not. It's helpful to watch your cat who is still hanging around with you and how he responds to the different emotions that you are feeling. That cat will be a good reflection for you. You continue. Whenever I think of getting a new kitten, I know it comes from a feeling of void I feel because of my transitioned cat being gone. But I also like the idea of new life and love coming in. I want to welcome any being that comes into my life with the intention of a steady and loving vibration. I want my love and appreciation to be dominant. Could you please offer some soothing words for me to hold this desire with more ease and clarity? Most days I'm doing well, but when I feel grief, I feel shame for feeling this way when I know I understand how the universe works. It seems silly and almost a waste of time to be grieving when I know that my transitioned cat is still with me. I feel him around me still and know our friendship has leveled up in our co-creating abilities. So why feel grief at all? Most important, we think it is a wonderful thing that you're acknowledging that you not only feel grief, but you're feeling some guilt about feeling grief. But you know, guilt is a notch up on the emotional scale from grief. So at least it is an improvement, but don't hang around there. Don't feel bad about learning your way with this. We think you're doing very well, that you're acknowledging how you feel. And it's not easy. These little beasts that make their way into your heart, they're pure positive energy. And so they mimic for you in physical form what your inner being is. And so we can see how you could get hooked on that. But you're wise enough to know, we can tell by the words that you wrote here, that you do not want to replace your connection to your inner being with your cat. Your cat is not a permanent replacement. Maybe an example, but certainly not a replacement. We know that you could get a new kitten and that before you know it, you would be feeling better. But we also understand why you feel reluctant to do that right now. You do not want your improved feeling to be conditional on something that is physical. You want your improved feeling to be unconditional. You want it to be something that you did without needing to change the condition first. So here's what we would do. We would keep talking to ourselves as you are talking to yourself. You're doing a good job in this. And we would feel a steady improvement, feeling a little better every day. And when you are certain that you are hanging around mostly in hopefulness and optimism and positive expectation, when your enthusiasm and eagerness for life feels stable to you, the perfect kitten will make its way into your experience. That's not to say that you couldn't feel lonely and sad and go get a kitten that would make you feel better. And if you did do that, there would be nothing wrong with it. But your question is multifaceted. Your question is not only, how can I feel better? Your question is also, how can I utilize this opportunity to show myself that under any and all conditions, I can feel good? Most people do live conditional lives. They look for better conditions, and then they have better feeling responses to those conditions. It can be a nice cycle where you find yourself feeling hopeful and optimistic and positive expectation and enthusiasm and happiness steadily. And from that point of attraction, attract a condition, and then the condition can then parlay those good feeling emotions further and further and further. And in like manner, you could alter the condition, because it really is easy to get a new kitten, and the new kitten could enliven you and cause you to feel better. And then as you feel better, You could parlay that up and up and up. In other words, you see what we're getting at? This is a situation where you could work it either way, and you would feel better and better either way. Feel bad, get the cat and feel better, or feel bad, feel better, and get the cat. We just want you to know that from what we can feel from you, you want to take this opportunity to feel bad, feel better, and then be inspired to the kitten. When you find your transitioned cat where he is now, when you get ready to find your new kitten, he'll be that. Next question. I ask with all sincerity and the wanting to know, what does love feel like? I know the word and definition in the dictionary. I've used the word love to others. I understand I want love to flow to me and through me. I understand to look at others and love all that they are. How do I know I am feeling love? You have pointed your question so perfectly because you are realizing that so many words are offered under so many different vibrational points of attraction. Many people mean different things with many words. And how would you ever know if when you are using a word, if it means exactly the same thing to you as the next one who is using the word? It's a bit like trying to describe what something tastes like, or smells like, or even looks like, and being certain that those around you are having the same experience that you are. And we want to say to you, in every case they are not. There is deviation in all of that. The best way that we can describe to you the feeling of love is by using the word resonance. When we use the word love, we mean the vibrational frequency of your inner being and the vibrational frequency of you are the same. And the law of attraction causes you to be where your inner being is and your inner being to be where you are. When you land on the emotional scale, on the vibration of love, many other things of a physical and non-physical nature can flow easily and immediately into your experience because the law of attraction always gets that just right. So love is resonance with pure positive energy. Some other words that are descriptive of that resonance are joy, clarity, feeling of freedom, empowerment, appreciation, even interest. The best way for you to identify and isolate and own on a regular basis the feeling of love is to do your emotional scale work until you are able to show yourself the incremental differences in what it feels like to be at 12 and then at 11 and then at 10 on the emotional scale and then at 9 and then at 8 and then at 7 and then at 6, which is hopeful, and 5, which is optimism, and 4 and then 3 and then 2 and then 1. In other words, it's relational, it's relativity, it's vibration. Language is bulky and awkward, but emotions can be felt by every fiber of your being. We know that as you start hanging around, we're talking to all of you, more and more in this vibration of enthusiasm and passion and joy and so forth, that you're going to continue to find more and more refined feelings of what love is. It's the true essence of who you are. And you'll translate it in so many ways. Goosebumps all over your body, or rendezvousing with magnificent things or magical feeling things over and over. A feeling of absolute well-being, complete trust and worthiness are all synonyms to this vibrational word. Love truly is who you are, what you are, how you are. It feels like homecoming. It feels like well-being. It feels like the most natural thing in the world. And as you tune to it, it will come to feel all-encompassing to you. And there will be times when you are feeling it, and you will know that not only is it coming to you, because it is a cooperative component to what you are, but you will be radiating it outwards because others in your vicinity will be calling it from you to them. We're looking forward to more conversations about this important subject. And for now, we want to say to you, to those of you who are listening in here, we feel such appreciation for your willingness to focus like this. There is great love here for you. And for now, we are complete.